Hello and welcome to BeamNG Drive. I'm davidinark, and today we're taking this ETK and throwing it over the cliff. The difference, we are going to be doing this at 16x slow motion. That's right, this is going to be the fastest, slowest, or slowest, fastest. Anyway, it's going to be slow, it's going to be brutal, it's going to be an absolute epic disaster. Or something. Anyhow, we're going to take this ETK and send it over the cliff, and I am simply accelerating at this point. We are in 16x slow motion mode. Let's see what happens if I turn the front wheels just a little bit. Not really much going on in the way of control by any stretch. I would imagine that if this had been in regular full speed, we would have pretty much had the same results. That is, turning the wheels aren't going to do you any good when you are trying to accelerate the first bounce off of the ground. And look at that, the ETK getting plenty of air. However, it is definitely moving sideways, crashing the back end into that rock there, and we can see, oh man, the deck lid or trunk lid, depending on where you're from, that is popped up. You see the hood has popped open. We are free falling, spinning around, doing some spins, some pirouettes. We scrape off the side of the wall there, managing all four wheels against that particular side there. That was actually a decent little move as the ETK continues to hurtle down this particular part of the cliff, scraping the hood across the rock there. We can see that front bumper, the front fascia, is definitely starting to break loose. The hood flapped up, the driver not being able to see anything, though I would imagine that's probably the case anyhow. Oh, there it is, the front drive shaft taking a hit there on that particular landing. That is going to be a problem. It also looks like the exhaust is starting to break loose as the vehicle is now sliding backwards down the cliff toward the beach, toward the ocean. As you can see, the front fascia is completely ripped off, exposing that radiator. That's probably going to be a problem as the back end smashes into the rock and does a spin, grabbing some air there. Oh, that's looking beautiful. Oh, coming around, bumping into that the back end, hitting the rock there. Look at that rear passenger tire. The rear right tire definitely, or wheel really, has got some serious bent to it as it is now sliding along on the roof, just scraping along as we continue to come down the cliff. The advantage it has now is that it is sliding perfectly down this little alleyway here, this little valley, as it looks like it is trying to get some air, but there's just not enough room for that. As we can see, the front end, well, I was going to say scraping against that rock. Yeah, there we go. It's scraping against the rock. The back end still freely up in the air. I believe we are about to see another 4-point landing right about there. Look at that. So this vehicle doing some tumbling, doing some turning, and yet still managing to find all four wheels every now and then. I totally understand. That is of little comfort to the driver inside. Had I put a driver inside, mental note, put a dummy inside next time, dummy. Anyhow, as we continue to fly down, we can see there is smoke coming, steam, smoke, whatever, coming out of the front end of the car. I believe that is going to be a problem with the radiator. We are seeing smoke that could also be coming out of transmission, could be coming out of oil. Oh, that is a very rough hit to the front tire on the driver's side as the back tire, the back wheel, takes another direct hit on the rocks as we continue falling down here in the cliff. Things are about to get pretty narrow. What is that going to do to this poor ETK falling down the cliff at 16x slow motion? That's right, folks. This is just about as slow as you can fall. There is one more setting. It is 100 times slower, and frankly, I just don't have time for that. Not to mention, nobody is going to watch a car falling down a cliff at 100x slow motion. Okay, maybe some of you would. And if actually you want to see that, leave a comment, and why not? We'll give it a shot. The vehicle sliding backwards, more rolling backwards, really. All the wheels are still attached, though I hesitate to use the word intact because things are definitely bent and not looking pretty. I'm actually surprised that the trunk lid is still attached, and I believe that is the rear fascia that is still hanging on there as well. That is a massive hit to the entire driver's side of the vehicle as it starts to roll over. And look at there, grabbing 4 wheels on the rock, doing a little skid across the face there of that side of the rock cliff, spinning itself around. And we have got some serious air as it pirouettes through the nothingness before once again smacking into the cliffside. And look at this. We've got smoke. Oh, there goes the trunk lid. It is gone as the vehicle manages to come around and again land on all fours. That's several times during this fall that the ETK manages to land upright on all fours and essentially bounce its way down the cliffside. Again, we hit all fours as it is spinning in the air, landing on those rocks. That exhaust system definitely starting to pull away. There goes the rear fascia. It is now detached. This is not going to be pretty. The vehicle on its side, now upside down. You can get a good look at the bottom of the vehicle, everything happening underneath with the chassis. Oh, there it is. The rear left axle is now broken. That is now a couple of axles that we have lost here. And, well, I guess there's only a couple axles in the car. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, what a beautiful view there. Catching some of the sun rays. Had a little bit of lens flare. Watching the ETK fall to its doom and destruction. What a beautiful sight. Oh, the rear drive shaft is broken. That is not good for the ETK as it continues to tumble down the ground. Spinning through the air, we've got it doing a barrel roll here. Look at the hood. It is all crumpled up, though it is attached, spewing smoke. That's a hard hit on the driver's side again. And now the back end of the vehicle, it's scraping across the rocks. We're in some of the grass area as it starts to go end over end. That exhaust system, that's a headlight flying through the air there. The exhaust system is definitely getting pulled away. Will we see the exhaust system completely leave the vehicle, or will it remain attached as it plummets closer and closer to the beach? We are flying through the air. Well, flying's not exactly right. It is falling from a crazy height. We have so much air between the vehicle and the ground at this point. It just managed to grab a huge amount of air off of that last rock, the last rock jutting out there. Oh, front right axle is broken. The engine is broken. And while we are at it, the physics of the world have now been broken as we see some of this typical BeamNG drive banding going on. I love how it says the impact was detected and it's stopping the car. I have bad news for you, but the engine is broken, so there's really nothing to stop. Not to mention, you know, gravity is going to keep us rolling forward anyhow. I do love the fact that the car is spiraling out of control right along whatever banding is going on. I don't know if that is a brake shoe, perhaps. Is that a caliper? I'm not sure what's blue underneath the vehicle close to the wheels. Whatever it has definitely messed up the physics in the game. And now look at that. Skirting along, heading for the sand. There it is, the back end of the vehicle, landing in the sand. Now it is somersaulting through the sand, and breaking the front left axle. More tumbles, more somersaults in the sand, just as many of us wish we could do amidst all of this corona craziness. Oh, and there it is again, more tumbles, more turns. The exhaust actually almost acting like a kickstand, I think, at this point, helping to provide some lift and leverage. Look at how high this vehicle still manages to get as it is tumbling ever so closer to the water. The big question now, will the ETK manage to find itself all the way to the water, or will it come to a skidding halt before that happens? Nope. We can see it already. There it is, the water's edge as the vehicle comes over. Oh, will it end up on all fours after all of this? Yes, it does. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. All four wheels. It's upside right in the water. That is phenomenal. What a way to go out. What a way to end the fall down the cliff at 16x slow motion. That is a beautiful, beautiful, ugly, destructive sight. And that is why we love BeamNG Drive. There it is. Got any questions, problems, suggestions, horror stories? Feel free to leave those down in the comments section below. What'd you think of the slow-mo downhill destruction? Got another vehicle you want to see do this? By all means, leave that down in the comments, and we'll make another video of 16x slow-mo cliffside destruction. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on BeamNG Drive. Have a great day. Hey, if you like this video and you want to see more like it, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications so you'll know when new vids get posted. I'd appreciate it if you liked and shared the video too. Thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to Hero of God, GamerGull, for supporting me on Patreon. Hey, I've got a couple of videos here you might be interested in. You can check those out, and, well, we can hang out for a bit more here on davidinark. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.